HOTT, the Hybrid and Online Teacher Training course at Craven Community College. In this video tutorial, I will demonstrate how to create a discussion forum in Moodle. Discussion forums are a great way to provide an area for students to have conversations with their classmates around the content in your course. They provide a way for students to interact and build relationships with other students while discussing course content. They can be both social and academic in nature. There are 5 different types of discussion forums in Moodle, so we're going to take a look at how to create a forum next. So making sure my editing is turned on, I can go ahead and add an activity or resource and find forum, add, give my forum a name, and I'm going to expand all so we can check out the settings I can use when I set up this forum. Before I add the forum, notice there are 5 different types. And I'm going to click on the question mark to get an explanation of each of the types that we can use for this tutorial. So a single simple discussion is a topic which everyone can reply to. Another type is each person posts one discussion. So in that case, each student would post exactly one new discussion topic which everyone can reply to. A question and answer forum is where students must first post their perspectives before viewing what other students have posted. So they will not be able to see the posts of other students until they post their answer to the question. A standard forum is displayed in a blog-like forum, so that's where anyone can start a new discussion at any time, and in which discussion topics are displayed on one page. And the last is a standard forum for general use, which is an open forum where anyone can start a new discussion at any time. So based on those choices, select the type of forum you would like to add, and then we'll quickly go through some of the settings that you can use when setting up your forum. So you can decide on the attachment size, if you are allowing them to add an attachment, how many attachments they can add, and if you want to give them an assignment with a word count, you can have it display the word count for them. You can decide on the subscription. That will be basically how they are notified of other people's posts. If you say optional, they'll have the option to subscribe to the forum, or you can force it where no matter what, they will be subscribed to the forum, or they're going to be automatically subscribed, but they can unsubscribe if they want, or you can disable it altogether. And so some of these I'm just going to leave at the default and not worry too much about. You would definitely want to put it in a category in your gradebook. So if you've set up your gradebook, if you haven't done that yet, you'll have a tutorial about how to do that, but you would want to put it in a category. So for me, that is going to go under activities, assignments, and assessments in my gradebook. And this part is important. So this is how you grade your forum. So you're going to decide how to aggregate your grade for the forum using the aggregate type. I usually do sum of ratings, and what that means is if I select sum of ratings and I give it a point value, so let's just do that now, and my maximum point was, let's say, 25. What I would do then is, as I'm grading the forums, what I do is I require my students to post one of their own original replies to my question and then respond to 2 other students. Basically, I can rate every response that they make in the whole discussion thread. So normally what I do is I will give them 15 points for their original reply, and then I can rate with them up to 5 points for each of their comments on another student's post, totaling up to 25. So then they can get a maximum of 25. So that's how I do it, but there are many other ways that it can be done as well. You could also have it be aggregated on average of ratings. So basically you would rate all the forum posts in the forums, and then it would take an average of the score that you gave them. You could have a rubric. You should have a rubric for this. I do. And it tells them what they have to do to get a score for their discussion forum posts. But you could do average of ratings, sum of ratings, minimum, maximum, count, like how many times they posted. But like I said, I typically do sum. And you can restrict ratings to a certain date range. And what that does is it means that they can continue to discuss, But if you set a restriction and you close the forum at the end of the week, it means you are not going to be doing any grading after that point. If you want to do activity completion, I usually set it up so that the activity is complete when conditions are met. I say the student must post one discussion and they must post 2 replies. And when they've done that, it will show that the little checkbox in the activity completion settings. And other than that, I just save and return to course. So that's how I set up my discussion forums. An example of a discussion forum that I actually had set up in this class was a rewards and challenges of teaching discussion forum. So you can see this is what the students would see when they open that, and it tells them what they need to be discussing and to post an initial response and reply to 2 others, and then the student would just click reply and be able to go ahead and start discussing. So that's it. Thank you for joining me for this hot topic of forums. See you next time.